Alright, sorry about the disconnection. We are back for round one. Luckily enough, I was able to register my deck, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's probably my computer, but it's really getting worse and worse for me to play on MTGO. Either way, we have a solid keep here with some nice 2 drops, and what does that one do? Okay. Alright, so my opponent's gonna drain me for 3. First upkeep, which is not that bad given that we are playing Infect, so I don't really care about them gaining life, but that's kinda strong. Weird card though. The Chancellors. You have one of each color. They are all fine but not super appealing. It's really kind of weird set of card. But my opponent pretty much has a useless card in hand right now. At least it's gonna be useless for a fair amount of time. Plunder is decent if I end up drawing some more lands. Mirror, sir. Since we haven't played that, I think I wanna play a Plague Stinger. If they had played an aggressive 2-drop or something along those lines, I might have wanted to play Necropedy or Flancermite, but here the Stinger just looks better. Definitely not blocking. And then I probably follow that up with a Contagious Neem. Dragon of Rage. The beatdown. Sure. Drawing lands is good. Yeah, it's also better to do it this way. This way, next turn we can play both Flancermite and Necropede. If my opponent attacks here, I'm just gonna take the damage. I don't really want to trade my thing for a Mirror. And yeah, I mean, I think what they should do and what they want to do is just block and use the Dragon of Rage. And it looks like that's what they want to do. And I don't really want to trade my Contagious Neem for a Mirror and one token here. I might as well wait. I mean, I'll make an attack if they don't have 2 mana, and if they want to keep 2 mana available all the time, I'm completely fine. But I'm certainly not just trading here. It doesn't make much sense. It lets my opponent use their mana the way they want to use it, and it doesn't really help me. As next turn I can attack with everything, and even if we end up trading, I get some poison counter, which is really relevant. Volt Scourge, annoying. I think I'll still make the trade because I have the Morbid Plunder, but it is slightly annoying, I guess. Oh well. I could also attack with Necropede only. It's a Yume, so if they kill that, it's fine. I guess I could block here and there, but then they still take 3 infect, so I think I'm fine with that trade. And I have Plunder, so making trade is I think pretty good for me in general. Yup. Yup, alright, fine. Do I want to drop Ichor Rats or do I want to Plunder now? It's kinda close because the Ichor Rats are not really gonna attack very efficiently into the mirror. And if I Plunder now, next turn I can Flancermite, Plague Stinger. I think it's close. I'm still gonna play Ichor Rats and try to stay a bit more aggressive and sorry about that. This way if I draw a black next turn I can Morbid Plunder and play a creature. I don't know, it's close. It kinda depends on what I draw next turn. But here my opponent is missing land drop and it feels like a good thing to continue to apply pressure. I don't really know why they are playing Plague Singer, that seems kinda weird, but they are. Contagion Clasp, that was a good top deck. So we'll get rid of the Stinger, I guess, though it doesn't really matter which one we get rid of. It also means that they are pretty dead actually, I just realized, because here they take a minimum of 3 poison, which puts them up to 9, and then I just have to proliferate once and they are dead, so Yeah, my opponent just did not make any block, but at that point it was pretty much over. They got stuck on land against a yeah, pretty aggressive infect draw, not gonna lie. Worked out well for us. That was sweet. So my opponent is on some black-green non-re... I don't think they are playing infect. I think they just picked a stinger because it often happens, I feel like, that people who don't know the set will not really care about infect. I think you don't want to play infect creature in non-infect deck and non-infect creature in infect deck, but to me, I've done a decent amount of flashback block draft and also triple scars of Mirrodin, and it looks like most people just don't care and will pick either creature without thinking too much about the issue that it could cause. But again, I don't really think my opponent is an infect, so I don't think I want to add Melira. But if I saw some more infect creatures, some more -1 counter shenanigans, maybe I'll side her in. But I don't really see the reason to do it, given what I saw game 1. I think they are just randomly playing a Plague Singer, and I mean Plague Singer is decent, but on its own it's kind of lame because the damage it will deal or it will not really matter to the opponent, so it's only kind of a blocker, and it's not very good at blocking. So I just don't really get the point of playing that. Okay, my opponent's gonna drain me again. Alright. That's a decent swing. I mean, 3 life drain is not something to laugh about. Also, getting 3 helps them to potentially be able to cast that later on against a regular deck. Again, it doesn't really matter against Infect, but against most deck it's decent. Okay, and Scourge turn 1. Yeah, my opponent is really on the on the draining plan here, but them gaining life doesn't really matter, so the lifelink cards and stuff like that is kind of bad actually against me. I drew Clasp. Yeah, I could wait and just Leeching Bite that thing later on, but I think I'll get another decent way to use Leeching Bite in this game anyway. And if I wait, then I take one here, then one more of the rat again. Yeah, why is my opponent half infect, half non-infect? I really don't get it. Maybe I will side in Melira now. What a weird looking deck though. Virulent Wound. So I did not put in Melira in my deck and now I'm gonna die because of that, maybe. That'd be annoying, I guess. So this turn we will be just clasping. If my opponent has some more Invol in hand, they might just be able to kill me with the Seas Bearer, unfortunately. Not a whole lot I can do. Maybe Melira is actually good in this matchup, but... yeah, I mean... that's kinda weird. Rested Slasher. What is this thing doing in your deck, anyways? I will not proliferate on myself. Flansomite. Well, we could play the Flancermite and then we can Leeching Bite this, boost the Flancermite, gain 2, put two counters on the Seas Bearer. I feel like Scourge is just a better play though. If they attack me with a Slasher, I'm willing to take 4. Like, being half infect, half non-infect is just bad. Like, my opponent dealt half infect damage, half non-infect. Yeah, I just really don't get what you want to accomplish by doing that, but oh well. Do we want to beat down? Kinda like playing Flancermite and be able to Leeching Bite or Clasp. And I don't really think we want to attack, because if the opponent takes it... I don't know, I'm just slightly worried about dying from their Cis Bearer of poison, and they have a bunch of mana available, so I don't want to get too aggressive here. But I could. And maybe I should, because I know they have a pretty good Bomb Rare, but that Bomb Rare is not coming anytime soon. Like, they need 2 more swamps before they can cast that, so I don't know. Darksteel Juggernaut, that card is awful against Infect. Fine in general, but very bad against Infect. I think we'll just be clasping here. Done. Thopter Assembly. Yeah, I think we want to drop that and pass the turn. And say to the opponent, do you have an Artifact Removal? Because if you don't, you'll lose the game. I guess if they go up to 8 mana and they can cast their 7 drop, it's gonna be decent at racing the assembly. Tangle Angler. Yeah. Not sure why they played that if they did not have any way to use it, I guess. It's kind of weird. Either way. I think that we want to beat down with the infect creatures now. Because I have Leeching Bite plus Contagion Class, putting counter on stuff is good for me. And those should give me enough blockers. They block here first. I did not really expect that. It's slightly annoying, I guess. Alright. Kinda wanted to keep Leeching Bite as a trick, but I'm just gonna use it here. Unfortunately, this doesn't have Trample. Still get in for 2 poison, which is good. And I have enough blockers that my opponent cannot really force everything to block the Angler and just one-shot me out of nowhere. And they are getting to a point where they kind of must block my things here. That's a shame though. I mean, if that dude did not pick those Cis Bearer, Angler, and thing, I would have had a much better Infect deck. And those cards are pretty bad in their deck. Sure. So I can Plunder, but I only have 1 Infect creature in my hand. That doesn't seem great. I could Assembly, but then I cannot Clasp. I think I'd rather Clasp. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn. And I will never attack with those anytime soon. Let's proliferate there and there. Done. Let's proliferate there and there. Done. And now the opponent is pretty dead, most likely. Alright, we got there. Kind of weird that someone else is playing black-green in the pod, but yeah. Still got a good enough deck. Yeah, a bunch of double black card. Yeah, so... well, I don't really care about the Blind Zealots or the Chancellor, but Black Sun Zenith would have been good, I can give you that. That being said, I still had the Assembly in hand. So yeah, but my opponent was obviously having trouble with their mana, which helped us. But again, I would really advise you not to build half Infect, half non-Infect deck. That's just the best way to lose in this set and not have a good enough deck. But yeah, that was round 1. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you for the next one.